welcome to my show. My name is Joshua Wood, and today we're going to do an instructional unit on paper mache sculpture with a wireframe base. So first off, you need the right setting. I use my driveway. Because it's outside, it's dry, and it's out of the way. Then I constructed a table out of sawhorses. I laid down some plywood. It's a very good scenery for your project. You're going to need work gloves. These are flexible, they're made out of leather and canvas. They're about $15 at your local hardware store. You're also going to need wire snippers to cut your wire mesh with. Got myself a bucket of newspapers. That's going to be your main product for making your paper mache. You're also going to need a bin to put your wallpaper paste in. They cost about $12 at a culinary shop. And of course, last but not least, wallpaper paste for creating your mesh. It runs about $15 for a gallon. It's good to have a handy tarp, just in case you need some more protected for your messy project. And wire mesh runs about $20 for 20 feet by 3 feet. You can get it at any hardware store. Wire mesh is also called chicken wire. Some of you might recognize that name. So these are basically your materials, and of course an apron, and that's about it. Okay, now the first step to making your project is picking a subject. I've decided that I'm going to do a chili pepper. So you get your wire mesh, roll it out like so, and I'm going to use my wire snippers to clip off a piece about 2 foot by 2 feet. Here, you want to make sure you got your gloves on. Protect your fingers. Just do it like so. Until you're done. Now that I've got my sheet 2 feet by 2 feet, I'm going to roll it around together. Make a cylinder. And then I'm going to connect the edges with the clipped parts that I cut with my wire snippers. Now that my cut edges are unhinged, they work as great ties. And what you want to do is make sure that you loop every one around 2 or 3 times. Like so. And make sure there are no hinges or cut edges coming outward, because you don't want to ruin your paper mache project. Now that I've made all the wire ties connected, I scrunched the seam and I munched together the end to create a stem. Now I have a basis, a wire basis for my paper mache sculpture. And that's basically all you need. Alright, step 3. So I've got my wallpaper paste. I'm going to pour it into my plastic bin. Shake it around some. I'm going to use whole sheets of paper for my newspaper. Lightly dip it inside. Make sure it gets on both sides. Whip it around, smear it around. So I got a good surface. With my fingers, I'm going to cleanse the edge. Like so. Wrap it around your subject. Give it a good coat. Right? Just about 3 or 4 times. Repeat the process till you have a good coat. Okay, now that I've added my 3rd coat, it's pretty tough. I'm going to let it dry for about 5 to 6 hours, and even longer. You can let it go for a day or 2 if you really want to. But after about then it's ready for the final touch-up, painting. Now for the final step, which is always the funnest step, painting it. A little bit of dab of acrylic paint, a little orange there. I'm going to make my chili pepper orange. And this is always the pleasurable part because now it starts to come together fully. And voila, you have a finished product. As you can see, I added some sequins to make it a little bit more decorative. And these are always good for any kind of fundamental parties, occasions, birthdays, whatever you want to do. It's also just about having fun. Remember, paper mache is an art form of festivity. It's a spiritual thing. You're creating decor for parties, fundamental activity. It's about bringing life to the party. I, for one, believe it's something that's worth taking to the furthest step. Remember, you can get very big with your paper mache projects. There's nothing wrong with going over the limit.